It's hot up in here.
What you looking at my ears for?
I'm not looking at your ear.
Oh.
I'm looking at your face.
What's wrong with my face?
You got a pimple.
I know, right here. Right here. somewhere.
No. Right here.
Turn your face.
And pop it.
Probably.
Or maybe I got another pimple right there.
Because that nasty hat.
Because that
you wear.
hat. Seriously.
No, it ain't the hat.
It is.
Yes,
the
it
hat.
is.
That's right where the hat is.
Okay.
It's from your sweat and your hat that looks like it is growing fungus.
Yeah, but it ain't. I just washed it the other day. I'm just kidding. I didn't wash it the other day.
I watched it the other day. That was 3 years ago.
Yeah. We got my DD timing going on. All right, ready?
Start us off, Dub.
Hey guys, welcome back to Hanging with HF. I'm Dub,
And I'm Z.
and today we have Papa Ham.
How about you? How about you, driver?
How about you?
Man, I'm excited that you asked me to be back on your podcast.
Are you excited? Did that just make your day?
It did.
Did
I
you
like
do
spending
a?
time with
Did you
y'all.
get
Did you do a little dance?
I did do a little dance. Get down tonight.
If y'all don't know, something about Papa Ham is he will have a song
for everything?
anything somebody says. He's going to name a song.
I do like music. You know what else I like? I like the video we made today. You see how I transitioned?
Oh, that was smooth. That was smooth.
Yeah,
Today
that makes
we
it
actually
good.
did make a pretty cool
It is
video.
a pretty cool video.
And we found out that all three of us have something in common, and that we dislike the same exact gun.
Yeah, it's not a very. It was not a very
I
high
think we
class.
have more in common. There's just not like that.
Well, that too, but
So let's tell them about the video we just got to finish. We literally just finished filming it. I ain't even started editing.
yeah, we got finished filming it about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, probably 10, 15 minutes ago. It was fun.
It was fun. We got this Llama Yama.
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 Yeah.
Llama yama yama.
Parabellum.
Mm-hmm.
1911.
1911. 9mm. Copycat.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
It actually broke.
Yeah, it did break. Yeah, it broke.
It did, didn't it?
It broke on Papa Ham.
Yeah.
Papa Ham broke it.
Maybe I was just too rough with it.
Maybe it was Papa Ham because.
And we don't mean like jam break. No, like it literally broke.
Yeah.
Like a piece fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's
it's not
unfixable.
fixable.
It was not. It was not.
I don't think we're gonna, but it doesn't really matter. It's not like we're gonna. Be
Yeah,
using that
that's
on
not
the
like our
daily.
everyday.
So my daddy gave me that gun.
Can
right?
you give us a
Little-
story time or
Give us
backstory?
some
Little
backstory
backstory.
on it.
So my dad, he was not a big gun enthusiast or anything like that, but he had. I don't even know if he had any long guns. He wasn't a hunter. He was just, maybe he had 2 or 3 handguns on him. You know what I mean? Something like that. And so this was his biggest one because he carried. I remember my daddy carrying like little 25s. Right, those are the little pocket pistols, and because he was an over-the-road truck driver, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he would take them when he drove his trucks around.
Yeah, he needed to. People crazy.
Like people, even back in the 70s.
I was gonna say. I feel like people weren't that crazy back in the day, were they? Like, I feel like that's something that happens now.
No, I don't know. I feel like you always hear like stories about truck drivers, like
Well, he was
Stuff
in
happening to
he
him.
was he
Yeah,
was a
like
different
truck
class
stuff.
of truck driver, right? He was in the Smokey and the Bandit days. He was in the back when truckers were hanging out at truck stops and stuff like that. Not none of this stuff not these steering wheel holders that wear sliders nowadays. You know what I
I
mean?
literally have no idea what that is.
He was a gear jammer, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
that does not help anything.
Yeah, no, does that not clear it up for you? Any rate, nonetheless, he had this Yama, spelt llama, 1911 chambered in a 9mm. And so before he passed away, he said, and my dad passed away in an accident, so it ain't like he was like planning his,
Yeah, it wasn't like he was like
Yeah.
sick or anything. And
Right. But before he passed away, I was at his house. I was active duty military, and I was at his house. And I was looking at it, and he was
How old were you?
23 maybe, somewhere around in there, 22, 23.
Back when you still had hair.
Back when I still had hair, I had a lot of hair, but I kept that high and tight for that military come out. But anyway, he had that hammer knocker on top of a closet one time, and I was like, Dad, won't you ever shoot this thing? He's, man, I ain't shot that thing in 15 years. And I said, well, give it to me. I want it. And so he was like, sure, you can have it. Because my brother's a cop, or was a cop. He's retired now. But my brother was a cop at the time. So
Evolve.
and he's bald.
Yeah.
And,
Very
he's-
important detail. Of the
He's
story.
been very bald for a very long time. But nonetheless, he had pistols and stuff, and I really didn't have a lot to mention. So, Daddy gave it to me, and it just ended up in top of my closet, and I never shot it. By the time we made that video, let's see, I got the gun probably 90, let's say 93, 92, 93, somewhere around in there. I bet I've shot less than 24 rounds in that thing, So
And were most of them whenever you first got it?
when we first got it,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. And then we shot more today than I've ever shot in it at one time.
Yeah.
Like when I shot it, I was shooting it like, I did shoot it probably a year or two ago just to make sure I could, it still functioned. You know what I mean? So, but I literally I remember putting 3 rounds through it, so it wasn't a lot. It was like bam, bam, bam. Okay, cool. It still shoots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not like something like what you carry your pistol with you every day, but it's not like you're.
Right. It would not be what they call it, EDC, everyday carry.
Yeah, it's just kind of when you want to. It's just something cool to have.
Throw a little lead down range, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Well, what'd you say they called it? They called it a throwaway gun.
Yeah.
This was back in the World War One.
Yeah. It was a throwaway gun. All right. So they mass produced them. If you guys are watching, want to go Google Llama, Llama, Yama, Parabellum.
I don't understand. Sorry to interrupt. I
Okay.
just don't understand how llama is pronounced llama.
Spanish, like
So an L can be pronounced ya.
2 L's.
2 L's is a Y.
Yeah, 2 L's is a Y in Spanish. So I'm trying to think of
How much Spanish
Oh,
you
well,
have,
you-
Colleen?
one semester. I got the first semester of Spanish nailed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So muy poquito español. I can say when I want to add some huevos fritos, por favor. So I can add my
What about make sure y'all subscribe to HF Outdoors?
subscribe to HF Outdoors, por favor. I don't know how. I guess HF Outdoors.
Would be HF Outdoors.
Probably. Well, outdoors is probably a Spanish.
Yeah.
I do.
His names are just like names, like you don't.
I do have a Spanish channel, Hamiltonville Farm in Espanol.
Yeah, if you want to go,
But
just
it
had to
does-
throw out his promo.
That's right. But I do. That's.
You want to learn some Spanish?
The computer dubs. That's kind of comical, actually,
It actually is pretty funny.
to see me speak Spanish.
Yeah, it's weird to see him speak Spanish.
But that was a fun video. It's not a very accurate pistol.
Not at all.
Not at all. It's like a foot off.
Well, when we
like,
were
in every
looking at it,
direction.
I shot it first or whatever, and I was like, "There's no way my aim is that far off. Like, there's no way my aim is that far off." So then we got to looking at it, and then the rear scope,
Sight.
Windage.
the rear sight
Yeah, for windage.
was about. This is the center, and it was about that far off.
It was a solid. It was a solid 1/16 of an inch off.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
which is a lot.
Which is a lot for a sight.
Yeah, which is a lot. I'm being dramatic if you hear me. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
how much it's technically.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like minimized. It's about
Yeah.
this far off.
Yeah. It was way off. But so we screwed it down with our Hamiltonville Farm pocket knife.
Yeah, if you didn't know, go check those out at
Can they see the merch?
hamiltonvillefarm.com.
Yeah, we got all.
I
of
don't
our
have a
merch.
knife out today.
So we got. So I
'Cause it's in his
ordered.
pocket.
Yeah, it's in my pocket. Yeah, dude, I got it right here.
Come on, show it to
I
them.
always carry my Hamiltonville Farm pocket knife. I love that thing. At any rate,
That was a screwdriver and a knife.
it was a screwdriver today, wasn't it?
Multi-purpose tool.
But go order a Hamiltonville Farm knife or a shirt. We got
Or a hat.
or a hat. I
Or
will
a
say
sweatshirt
this:
or a cup.
we've got. So we sold out of the first run of knives, and I think I've got maybe 15 left, something like that. Maybe a dozen, maybe 12 or 15 left from our second batch. So they go quick. They really go quick. So go to Hamiltonville Farm, because the knives have been our best sellers behind their ball caps. So
And when I tell you Papa Ham wears this ball cap every single day, like it's not even the same color.
Gigi says it stinks.
It does.
It smells very, very
So
bad.
this is what.
That's what it looked like new.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like, and that's
That's just dirty.
yeah, it is pretty nasty.
I don't ever remember yours being this clean.
Me either.
Ever.
Can I use it? Can I have this one?
Well, I guess so.
It's mine, ain't it?
That-
Look.
oh, that's.
Show them that. Show them. I don't want to touch this thing. I might
You might contract
get a fish
something.
hook from it.
It's good to be bald-headed.
Go ahead and tell us why you put a fish hook on your hat.
Matthew 4:19. Follow me, I'll make you fishers of men.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's see what size my nugget is there.
Anyone want this hat? We'll sell it for the right price.
I'll have to give that one away. Won't I? Is that better?
Oh yeah.
Is that gooder?
You
We,
look so
we
clean.
probably shouldn't put this. Does that be bad promotion? Golly, look at that thing.
Well, when
This
you
thing
how
is so
long have you
old. It's
been
a
wearing
good
this hat?
promotion because that hat is, got its wear and tear and it's still
Yeah.
intact.
Yeah, that's been through the
I mean,
ringer.
nothing's wrong with it. If he would wash it, that's his issue.
I can't believe you just felt that.
Who puts that on their head? Golly. Mm.
How long have you been wearing that hat, Papa? 6 years.
It's been a while. It's probably been a year and a half.
Yeah, but think about it, he wears that. That's
Every
the only hat. I've
single-
never seen
I've
Papa Ham in
never
a different
seen it.
hat.
I've
On
never
Sundays, I wear my blue one.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm so glad you don't wear that hat to church. Gigi would probably kill you.
Yeah.
Gigi
Well,
would
now I've got
definitely
this one. See, now I'm all freshened up. Another year and a half, I'll be good. I just can't part with that one though. I'll be sad.
Yeah, you need to put it in like a memory box.
Yeah.
No, you need to
Burn it.
burn it. Literally, throw it
That
in
would
the fire.
probably ignite a.
That would be an explosion.
Yeah.
That's pretty rough.
Put it front and center of our camera.
Yeah. But,
So y'all can look at the gross hat. The
I
rest
don't
of
know
the
where to set
podcast.
this without it being in the. Oh, that's not good.
Just put it over here with my water.
Okay.
Here we go.
Can I actually have a
Y'all
sip
can
of
also
water?
get one of these cups.
Yeah, those cups are good.
And when I tell you
sellers,
Papa Ham uses that thing every day too.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at what you got going on over here.
So I dropped it, skint it.
And our hoodies. We don't ever have our hoodies.
Well, it's
Well, it's
100
hot now.
degrees.
It's
Yeah.
hot now,
I
but
have a sweatshirt on, but I mean,
'Cause I'm-
that's my sweatshirt. But whatever. Can't believe you just drank my water.
Y'all ain't got COVID, do you? Y'all passing it
I have
passing
one
it
now.
around.
No, you can give that. You can give that one back to her.
double not drink out.
I don't drink it. No, that's
She's a freak.
even though we have the
The
exact same DNA, it's just kind of gross.
It is gross.
That is not. I'm gonna text Gigi to bring me another water.
Okay. That
The maid.
but yeah, the llama yama.
It's heavy.
It's a heavy gun.
It is very, very heavy. That's why they made them throwaways, because they're so freaking heavy.
Yeah.
When you're running from people, you got to throw them away.
It was not a.
Let me clarify: in the war, when you're running from people.
Yeah, see, I just can't imagine. Obviously, I can't imagine what war was like because we've never had one. Thank God.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Knock on wood.
You've been in a war before,
Mhm.
haven't you, Papa? Ham?
Sure.
Can you explain to us what
Or are
being
you
in war
like
is
not allowed?
like?
Are you like? Did you,
No,
like,
it's,
swear on
sworn to
stuff?
secrecy?
No. It's and I like if you guys are watching that the Vietnam era, I don't know anything about that kind of war.
Just the war that you've been in.
Yeah, the Vietnam.
That was before your
So
time.
the D-Day guys, can you imagine getting off a boat trying to swim through the water, getting shot at?
No,
that's
personally, I can't.
How does a
Yeah.
bullet travel through water? We
Yes.
gotta figure that one out.
Yeah,
We gotta figure that out.
Yeah,
Ooh, we
that's-
should do that. I mean, we can't shoot it in the pool. Would you get mad?
You could. I don't think it would make it to the other end. I think the.
Well, I watch videos like that. Like, whenever I was younger, I used to watch videos on YouTube. Because a bullet, the water slows it down so much.
Mhm.
I would just swim really far deep. Really, really, really far deep.
Yeah, I would just.
I would swim really down, and then the bullet couldn't get to me.
So we could do.
We would be the first ones dead in a war.
I can imagine that those guys are like the real heroes. And then there's Gigi,
Gigi
the magic of texting.
bringing my water bottle. Thank you.
Gigi, well we you're a hand
Thank
model.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a hand model. But,
Didn't you model feet or something on a commercial? Maybe.
But we gotta. And then the guys from Vietnam, they're another special breed. They went through the jungle and was close.
Special breed.
Yeah, those guys were true warriors.
I just don't understand how you prepare yourself for that.
You know what's weird? It just hit me how
What?
this conversation turned to this. We're filming this on Memorial
Oh, it
Day.
is Memorial Day.
Yeah, so
Happy
those-
Memorial Day.
Yeah, so those
Thank
of
you for
have
your
lost,
service.
lost family members, we are very thankful that we're in the land of the free.
That is kind of weird that we were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, my war experiences were, we've had mortar rounds, shot in our direction and things
I love
like
how
that.
he thinks we know what that is. These
A mortar,
right,
like a.
Yeah,
You know what
a
a
shell, a ammo shell.
a mortar. That's
Yeah.
a firework. They're shooting fireworks at you. Like, Happy Memorial Day.
A little more potent. A little more.
I mean, like,
potential for death.
A little more potential for death.
I mean, like, you're just.
I had a mortar shot at me one time.
What do you
A
do?
firework
Like,
mortar,
genuinely, do you know that, like, you're about to get, like, shot
Sometimes.
at so you get out of the way?
Sometimes they give you warnings, but then the later wars that we went to, well, I was flying, so I didn't really.
Yeah, because you were in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Were they like trying to shoot you down?
We have seen. I mean, I've seen tracer fire before, but
So like, okay, envisioning the movie Top Gun, what would have you watched Top Gun, Poppy?
yes, but I ain't all like that now. Don't be,
Poppy was like,
Those are fighter pilots.
No, I was cooking chicken nuggets in the galley. You know what I mean? Just make sure we didn't burn our chicken nuggets. But no, we were high enough, so the tracer fire didn't.
So what were y'all doing? Dropping bombs?
We were doing all kind of crazy stuff, but
Have you ever seen a grenade?
of course, yeah. I've thrown grenades. I've shot a stinger.
You've thrown a grenade?
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you pull the pin, hold it tight, and just chuck it?
Yeah.
What if you're like?
What if you don't throw it far enough?
No, you gotta sling a hammer.
Yeah, what if you like drop it on accident?
You better start running.
You better start running.
How
Yeah.
long? I mean, you got like. Do you know how long it takes?
20 seconds or
No,
How long
I
did
wouldn't
it
say
take?
it was like that. No, it's probably 6 or 7.
I got like a bump on my
Oh,
head.
that's
That's
it?
why I'm like over here, like trying to feel this bump. I'm like hyper fixated on the bump now. Hold up.
You only have 6 seconds to get the
I
freak
don't
out of
remember how long
Dodge.
it is.
Yeah.
You chunk it and then you cover your ears and wait. And
Are they loud?
Isn't that why your ears ring?
Oh, well, that and flying and all that.
Yeah, Papa Ham's like legally deaf.
I could be. I probably am.
I
I,
feel-
wonder how you.
Y'all
You
have
can get
no
a-
idea.
You can get a parking pass.
Yeah, I could park it.
That's what you're trying to
handicap
get.
pass.
So let me ask you something.
I'm trying to get Papa Ham some hearing aid, and she's trying to get a handicap
Yeah, I just
sticker.
want to park up front at the Walmart.
No, seriously, Papa Ham is like.
I am hard of
Deaf.
hearing. I am hard of hearing.
I would say,
Yes.
yeah, I would not say you're deaf because you. What's the. I'm trying. Like, what's like the
But golly, he cannot
respectful
hear
way
you.
to, like.
No,
I don't-
just the truth is, I'm hard of hearing.
Yeah, the truth is you just cannot hear.
Yeah. So
I'm not kidding. You'll have to, like, repeat yourself or scream, like.
it does get annoying every now and again. You know what I mean?
Huh?
But at least I'm not blind. You know, at least I can see.
Oh.
Because I'm wondering if a blind guy has to read Braille, like, and he reads it and it says "Do not touch," does he get all freaked out because he's reading "Do not touch" in Braille?
Oh my god.
I'm not kidding. The things that come out of Papa Ham's mouth are just. You can't make these things up.
Oh, but
Like, you just can't. Like.
you can't. But yeah, the video was cool. Y'all go watch that on HF
forgot that's what
Outdoors.
you're talking
We were
about.
talking about the video, the 1911 copycat video.
See,
Golly, we get off on a
Because we actually thought we would be like, okay, because the 1911 purists, they love the 1911, and they think it's sacrilegious that the Yama came in different calibers and all this stuff.
What's
But
the price difference?
that gun, you can probably find it for anywhere between $200 and $400, somewhere around it. The one we shot today.
What about 1911, or do you not know?
No, it's probably $500, $700.
That's like a good.
Yeah, it's a couple $100. I mean, you can find a nice, maybe a Kimber 1911 for
Well, I'm saying
over
it's.
2000.
So from what you've heard about these guns, because you don't have one,
A 1911?
Yeah.
No, I don't have one.
are they like?
They're just big guns. I mean, they shoot 45.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's so crazy about
That
them?
does. I mean, they put a hole in you. You know what I mean? That 45 round is. Is it Dirty Harry Clint Eastwood that shot a 45? I can't remember.
Dirty
Yeah.
Harry Clint Eastwood, who the heck is that?
Yeah, that's just before y'all. That's before y'all's time. But no, it'll put a big hole in you, basically. You know, the big round, big powerful round.
What is like? I want to shoot like world's most powerful bullet or something.
So your cousin had an elephant gun.
Yeah.
Elephant, yeah.
That we were.
Elephant rifle. or
Yeah, and
whatever.
that rascal sold that gun before we started filming. So
They always, that's like the worst luck. You like, oh well, I don't need this anymore, and it's the day after you get rid of it, somebody or you needs it. Like,
yeah.
this is why my father doesn't get rid of anything. But I'm telling you, all of our friends, if they need something, they always call us.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not kidding
They
you.
know your dad's got it.
Anytime our friends need something, any type of random bolt,
Yeah.
screwdrivers, that like, whenever we dropped your camera, we didn't stress. We called my dad.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Oh, we did stress.
Oh, we
Yeah,
stressed
yeah,
very
sure.
deep. Like yeah.
So,
But like my dad just has any and everything.
y'all haven't went back and looked for my stupid camera. Thanks.
Yeah, I think
Appreciate
it's
that.
good.
Yeah.
That creek
I-
has swift current.
Yeah. What happened the last time y'all went to the creek?
So actually, we went to the creek yesterday.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Well, we were all fine, dandy. We went to the rope swing.
There wasn't tons of. Oh yeah, we did go off the rope swing.
Yeah, skip flips.
No,
No,
some
one-
old guy did.
Yeah.
I was very impressed. He kinda
Yeah, an
reminded
old
me of
guy.
you.
He did remind me of you. Something you would do. This old guy climbed up to the top of the tree, got on that rope swing.
Did a
And-
backflip.
Yeah, did a backflip off of it. And I was like, wow. It was kind of like in slow motion, but, he still got all the way around, landed.
Yeah.
But whenever you hit the water, I mean, holy, you gotta, come up
You gotta come up and start swimming
swimming.
because you're about to get taken away.
Oh, swift current.
It's very
Bad.
swift current. And, I mean, it's deep right there because, obviously, the rope swing. But on our way back, it was me and T Square. I was on her boat. Dub was on a jet ski. And these people that were also, in our group,
We
Were-
knew it was just a couple of us. There was barely anybody
there
out
wasn't,
there yesterday.
a whole ton of people.
So we knew everybody.
Yeah, and so it was a couple more people from our group. Well, me and T Square don't know our way that well. We know how to get there, but we don't know where the stumps are. So we were following behind this older couple, and
We say older. They're mid-20s.
no,
25.
They weren't.
When you say older, I'm thinking my age.
No, they were my mom's age.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So they were old too.
mid to late 30s, I'd say. So we're following behind them because they're responsible. And these 3 people come flying by us on a John boat.
People that we are
Yeah,
friends
people
with.
that we know. So they're just trying to be funny and they splash us, whatever, because they tiller handle, you can just. So they soaked us and we're like, haha, funny. And I mean, it's windy up in there.
I mean,
so
it's
we're-
a tight little...
Yeah, so we get out of the creek and we're onto the open lake. We're heading back to the boat ramp, might I add, to go load up and go home. And we come around this corner and we see something upside down. We thought it was a jet ski because there was these 2 girls on a jet ski that were also kind of following behind us, but we didn't see where they went. So we thought it was them. And jet skis tip all the time, so we're like, oh, no biggie. Well, the 2 girls on the jet ski pull up beside us. And we were like, oh my gosh. So we're looking and we see the 2 girls that were in the boat and then the guy that was driving the boat in the water and their boat is upside down. And we were like, oh my gosh.
The ones that splashed you?
Yes.
the ones that
They
splashed.
came flying by 5 seconds later. They're flipped
They're
upside
so
down
good.
in the lake.
Sucker.
All their
I mean,
stuff went
everything,
everywhere.
whenever phones sunk straight to the bottom.
Oh
I mean,
my
the lake
gosh.
is deep.
Their
there was
cooler
no way
opened,
we-
so all their trash, all their water bottles, their food,
I was gonna say,
everything
there was
just out
bags
overflowing.
of sandwiches and watermelon floating away.
That stuff just went everywhere.
But they lost.
They did get the boat back though. The boat did not sink.
The boat didn't sink. I don't know how, but
That's
and
good.
the guy I guess he didn't. So T Square has the
Kill switch.
kill switch
Cool,
around her
yeah.
wrist. That's the first thing she puts on before she even starts the motor. She puts the thing on.
So if she goes
So
off, the boat's turning
the boat's
off.
turning off. Well, I don't think this guy had one on because the first thing he said, he was like, "Yeah, as soon as we flipped, I was underwater, still holding on to it." He said, "I turned it off."
and
I was like, Confused. I was like, "You didn't have a thingy on?"
Yeah.
It's like a treadmill. You know,
Yeah,
when
you
you
know, you
fall
gotta-
off a
Yeah.
treadmill.
It's
You gotta
tethered.
clip the thingy,
Yeah.
so if you fall off, it's
Yeah.
turning off.
Dub
Yep.
fell off a treadmill one time.
Well, it'd be pretty awesome if you would have had my camera tethered on that boat. That would have been pretty awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Bobby is never gonna let me forget this ever.
But yeah, so were they safe? They didn't drown.
No,
right?
they were
No,
all
they were
fine.
perfectly fine.
Nothing-
I mean, yet again, they didn't have life jackets on, so.
Yeah.
But, okay, I didn't even finish my story. They didn't flip because he was acting all crazy. He came out into the open lake, and I mean, it's a tiny boat, and he hit someone else's wake
I mean, while he was going pretty.
while he was going
Yeah,
pretty fast.
okay.
But, he wasn't, taking sharp turns and flipping it. He hit someone's wake.
What size was the boat?
It was probably like
It was probably
Was it like y'all's?
no.
it
It
was-
was probably like 15 foot.
12 foot.
Okay, speaking of y'all's boat, what's the status of y'all's motor?
We need a boat mechanic.
We do need. You gotta.
Well, we're going to look at it a little bit more, but, I mean, obviously, me and Deb don't know that much about boat motors.
I was looking at it. We got a motor.
Yes, we did.
if you want to check out this video over here, can you link that
Mhm,
video?
yeah,
Yep.
I'll link it over here.
Over there. We got the motor. But the only thing that we saw visibly wrong with it that we noticed was
Yeah.
the kill switch.
Mm-hmm.
But a bunch like y'all were commenting on that video and saying about how that's like the hardest part to find for that motor, I guess, is
Right.
what I.
But I don't
That's
know.
what I
It's
got
not
from that.
missing it. It's just like the wire. Like we just need
We
to
have
move
the kill
wiring.
switch itself, we think. Like it's on the motor, but we don't know if we're just gonna be able to change the wire out. But
You're
it looks like the wire was melted. Like something got too hot in there, and the casing on, like, you know, like the rubber casing
I
on
don't
the
think
wire.
it would be too much. It can't be that much to fix. So
Well, that's what I was thinking.
all the linkages worked.
Yeah,
All
we
the
like
tubes.
yeah we like turned everything and like kind of made sure nothing was like stuck.
Yeah.
It literally, the motor itself, the inside we looked at, we
Yeah.
inspected.
So
And it looked
I was
pretty
thinking
good.
about that too. Those spark plugs were probably. Remember, I turned my
Yeah.
spark plugs with my hand. He was probably doing a compression check on those cylinders and that's why those spark plugs were loose. Because you take a spark plug out, you put a compression tester in it in that hole. You run the thing, and then it tells you how much pressure. Or
Because he was
compression
like he had a bait and tackle.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm sure he
Stop.
was just collected those small engines. For,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'd assume it would work.
I think it's going to work. It just needs, obviously it needs carb.
See,
carb
it's so
cleaned
hard
up.
to, like, with these things like this, it's like you don't know. You're buying it, and that's the whole, like, that's the fun in it, is you have no idea if it's actually going to work or
Yeah,
not.
you
Yeah.
can't test it. Like
Like, you
Facebook
can't-
Market, you can Facebook Marketplace. When you go to buy something, you can like test it out, drive it, see how.
These things, I mean, you're at an estate sale, so you just have to, you see something you like, you buy it, and you get it. Because if not, somebody else is going to get it before you, and you're out of luck.
Yeah, so that's the first thing we do. Ran in there, put our sticker on it, and then chopped around a little
And
bit.
so
more.
we just got to, I don't know, everything looks clean in it. Like, it doesn't look old and,
I
like,
agree.
dirty on the inside, which just, literally the only thing we see wrong is the wire to the,
And
Yeah.
there's a lot of comments from people that have that motor saying that it's a good motor.
okay.
So we should be all right with it, I think.
Also, we put it. Me and Dub put it on the back of our boat. I mean, because it's not anything.
Yeah, we just put it
crazy.
on the back of our boat just so it wasn't just laying around
Yeah.
somewhere. Like, we just put it on the boat.
It is a little heavy.
A little?
I don't mean like that. I'm saying like for the boat. Like
Yeah.
I am a little. That is the only thing I'm worried about, and like for me is like, I don't know if the back end of our boat is gonna go underwater when we take it off the trailer. That's my only worry.
Yeah, we'll
Because I mean,
figure
our
it out.
boat is like, I mean, it's like
it's pretty
it's
light.
thin.
But
I mean,
it-
it's light enough for me to pick up by myself.
So we're going to do another video on that boat motor, but it's
Mhm.
probably going to be, I would say, at least a month. And the reason being is,
Fully busy schedule.
oh my gosh, we're so busy in June. Our June.
Our
schedule-
June schedule is packed from beginning to end,
Yeah.
quite literally.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, the boat motor, like I'd be doing it right now. But it's like we literally just like
We can't.
Yeah. I may go get it from your house, take it to a boat mechanic, and then
See what they
Well,
can do with
and
it,
just leave it with them for June. You know what I mean?
and they can fix it and
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
out what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Well, that guy that we met at the estate sale.
Mhm.
Gosh, what's his
One
name?
thing about us is, if we're anywhere in public, somebody is gonna know someone we're related to.
Yes.
Popham got recognized by like 3 people at this estate sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways,
And
we're
there was
standing
a-
in line.
There was a fake.
We're
fan.
standing in line, you know, waiting to go in, and Papa Ham will never meet a stranger. He will talk. If this wall,
Oh, him and this guy. they're
if
like
this
best buds
wall
now.
would talk, if this wall would listen to him, he would talk to it.
That's right.
Let me just tell you that.
That's right.
And Deb's the exact same
And I'm the
way.
same. Well, I'm
Only
the same
Deb
way.
talks to
I'm
everybody.
the same way. But we just talked to this guy. He knew our whole family,
He did.
knew our entire family, and like
'Cause
he didn't know a boat mechanic though.
He didn't know about mechanic because he started off knowing, Gigi's family, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then turns out
Uncle
he's
James.
buzzed with your dad.
He knew my dad.
Yeah, his buddies with your dad and all that stuff. So,
Like what the heck?
so you'll probably see him in some upcoming videos
Yeah.
because he's probably going to take us because he's a retired game warden,
Mm-hmm.
and so he knows all the places to go and all the rules to break. I mean, all the places to go to get fun hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of fun hunting,
What do we have going on
next? No, it's a week from
next
today.
Tuesday?
Yeah, a week from today, or a week from
Tomorrow.
Yeah, a week from tomorrow, as we're going to film a video with Yacht Yacht.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited about that.
I'm excited too.
I'm excited. The only part I'm not excited for is the drive up there.
Yeah,
I
5
hate,
hours.
I hate driving in a car.
Yeah.
Because
We're
it's like
taking
fun.
Gigi's car, right?
We do pass a Buc-ee's.
Really?
Yeah, we
I
pass.
love bussies.
Bussies.
we pack a Bussies.
Actually-
pass a Bussies
Wait, what Buc-ee's is
right
it?
there at the Alabama-Florida line.
That's where we
Is
got
it
Frankie.
Spanish Forts? Spanish Fort,
that's
Alabama?
right, yeah.
That's the parking lot I picked up Frankie in.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the lady was from Mississippi, so they met there and got Frankie.
Let me backtrack a little bit. I assume we go that far because we're going to Mississippi, so we'll stay. I assume we go 10 and then go north somehow.
Well, I mean, if the lady lived in Mississippi, and that's where she got Frankie from.
I mean, that's like the exact halfway point,
okay.
kind of.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you
about
know,
2.5
it's somewhere
hours.
in there.
Yeah.
But yes, that's where I got my beloved Frankie from, is that Bussie's parking lot.
Boosie's in the house.
Bussie parking lot.
Yeah.
I wish we had one here. Like, I wish we had one closer. Like, we have a Busy Bee, but, like,
Yeah, it ain't
Busy
quite.
Bee's a wannabe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's,
Busy
it's
Bee.
Bucky's on Wish. The Wish team.
Yeah,
Timu.
Timu Bucky's.
Timu
Yeah.
Bucky's. Yeah, and then so we're going to do that, and then we're coming back, and we've got
What, Deer Expo?
we got the world.
Well, that's in
that's in
the
July.
beginning of July, though, so basically June.
Yeah.
Basically just extended our June.
Yeah, we're busy. We're going to go the
Last week.
the
of
third
June.
week of June. We're going to go.
I mean, we're packed June and July, really.
Yeah,
Because we got that, and then we got cheer camp.
we got to take a vacation. in
We
there
got a
somewhere.
vacation in July. We got our birthday in July.
Yeah, so it's
Our summer is always packed. We
Yeah.
always got too much. We always got so much crap going on.
and
We
then-
can't ever catch a break.
Can't never catch a break. Yeah, I'm looking for. It's a Wildlife is the other channel we're filming with in third week of June, close to Jacksonville, Florida. So we're going to Mississippi, and then we're coming back and going to Jacksonville.
Yeah, we're going from one side to the other.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one too.
Yeah, me too.
Both of those dudes are just really, really good dudes. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this YouTube community is pretty cool. So,
Yeah, it is really cool because it's like you.
Well,
meet-
it's like kind of hard being mean when you do YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because like people will like call you out so fast.
Yeah,
Well,
but you're naturally nice anyway.
But you know what I'm saying. But you meet other nice people.
yeah,
yeah, like people.
Did something just fall on me, or am I
Mhm.
hallucinating?
I guess
I
you're
think you're
hallucinating.
tripping.
Girl be tripping.
I literally thought I just saw something fall on my shoulder.
No cat.
Okay.
I'm low key, no cat.
Stop. You low key need to just
Yeah, low key, just zip your mouth.
zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket.
Golly.
I was trying to hear. We're gonna backtrack, okay?
Okay,
Because
backtrack.
since it's Memorial Day,
Okay.
I know.
I was trying to hear some of Papa Ham's Air Force stories.
Okay.
But like, what can you even talk about? Like, they didn't make you like swear to secrecy.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of
Well,
there's a lot of things I can't
certain
talk
things.
Well,
yes.
like yeah, like I'm not asking you like what like.
about. I will tell you this one time. This was not classified.
Okay.
But we were flying in a country, overseas country, and this was right after 9/11. And
Were
there
you in the Air Force during 9/11?
Yes, good ball.
I don't remember. how old you
I
are.
joined in 90, 91, something like that. I can't remember.
Wait, I thought 9/11 was.
So like, did you have to respond to 9/11?
Yeah, I was a student in my training because I started out enlisted guy, then I got commissioned as an officer, and I was going through training for 9/11. This is 2001.
Oh yeah, duh.
And then I finished my training right after 9/11, and so because they kind of pushed us through faster so we could get deployed faster.
Mm-hmm.
So I got over there, and we were watching this guy. We were watching this guy on a motorcycle, and he was. They said, "Okay, we're going to take this guy out, right?" So he's on a little motorcycle, and he's going down the road or whatever, and he's hauling, man. He's hauling butt. And
Going like that.
and so we shoot a Hellfire.
I don't know what that means.
It's a missile. We
Okay.
shoot a Hellfire
Oh,
missile
okay.
at him, right? And I'm not kidding. That dude. So you have the ability to, like, if you abort, if you decide not to kill the person or whatever, or shoot or unalive the person, you have the ability to, make the missile miss. You know what I'm saying? So, at any rate, this dude is on his motorcycle, and I'm talking about it wasn't 2 seconds before impact. He goes 90 degrees to the left, and that missile hits. And that dude, and like the back end of his motorcycle, I was like, that is the luckiest dude in the entire world, man. Like I don't know, because you can't hear. I mean, they're going super fast, right? So
Yeah.
it ain't like you can dodge it, right? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
dodge it.
Yeah, you're just like, let me just walk
Yeah.
over here real fast.
That dude turned that motorcycle and took off, man, and then the missile hit, and I was like, that is the luckiest dude.
Why were y'all taking him out? What'd he do?
Bad guy, just a bad guy.
Oh, bad guy.
Yeah. So then
Keep
one
going.
time, huh?
Keep going.
And then one time, we had some 18. We were working with some F-18s from the Navy, and the rules were that they couldn't. This is vague, so this is not 100% accurate, but they could not land with ordnance, with missiles. Right? They could take off with missiles, but they had to use them up before they could land back on the ship. Right? Because they storage and weight and space and everything. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the bombs. Get rid of them.
Okay.
Okay. And so the deal was, if you went out on a mission and you didn't have anything to shoot your bombs at or drop your bombs at, then you would find a cave entrance to do that with. Right? You would just find a cave entrance to shoot your bomb at, because
What's a cave entrance?
the entrance to
Literally
a
a
cave.
cave entrance.
What if someone's in the cave?
That's the plan. You want. That's good, right? Because the bad guys hid in the caves.
Oh.
Yeah, so the bad guys hid in the caves, and so we was like, okay, on your egress, on your way out back to your boat, drop your bombs on the ridge line and the cave entrance. Well, we had two F-18s, and he was driving, and they were going back, and so the first guy dropped him, and he missed high. All right, he missed high, and then the second guy dropped him and nailed it through the entrance and all that stuff, right? Just right through the cave entrance. So the second guy was actually the commander. And so he was flying number 2. Number 1 was not the commander. And so the commander that hit the cave entrance was just giving that guy crap the whole way home. He's like, oh man, maybe you ought to work on your aim. Hey, maybe.
How do you miss
How do you
that?
aim? How do you aim? That's what I don't
Well,
understand.
isn't it like,
Well,
don't
it's all
you-
computers.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say, you just you input where you want
Yeah,
it to
yeah.
go.
Well,
Okay.
it's
It's
sometimes.
like battleships, like you
yeah,
just,
it's you
like,
put your crosshairs and there's all kind of wizardry that goes on with the
you're like,
telemetry and all
shoot
that.
G3.
But,
Like,
but nonetheless, he the lead guy missed high, and then the guy and when I say missed high, it ain't like he missed by a mile.
Yeah.
He still got close, but he didn't hit.
how does, I don't understand, what does it do when it hits? Like, I mean, it just like,
Explodes. It just explodes.
It doesn't. Is it?
You
'cause,
ain't
like,
never seen videos of bombs exploding?
No, can't say I have.
It's
Yeah.
like tannerite,
but
I mean,
like,
yeah.
but on a major proportion. You know what I mean? A
like
major
atomic
scale.
bomb. Like
Well,
how
not
they go like
that big.
this.
Yeah.
That's like
No, but the guy that dropped, what was his last name? My commander, his grandpa dropped the nuclear bomb on the Enola Gay. What was his last name? If y'all know his last name, put it down.
Is that like you're like very high up if you get to like drop the nuclear bomb?
No, you got lucky to be on that mission. You know what I mean? Because we've only done it twice, right? The Hiroshima and Yakusuma or whatever it is. So Japan, we dropped 2 on Japan, right? And so you.
Why are people so bad?
Why are people so bad?
Yeah, like why
people
we got
can't just
bad
be
guys?
civil.
I know, right?
Like, just be civil.
Well, when we dropped that bomb on Japan, it killed a lot of people, and they realized just how destructive the nuclear weapon is, and that's why that's why A, you don't want rogue countries to have them, and B, you have to be very, very careful.
Yeah.
That's why you want your leadership to be able to be restrain. That's a bad day if someone shoots a nuclear weapon.
Yeah. How are you
What's like the radius? Or do you
Miles. I mean miles. Yeah. Just that's why,
That's it.
and
how
especially
big is it?
because we were shooting. We dropped an atomic bomb back in the 40s, 50s, the 40s or 50s, whenever it was. just imagine how advanced the technology has been
Mm-hmm.
and what the destruction is now. So
What does it look like before it obviously blows up? Like, what does it look like?
How,
The-
is
the
it like?
bomb is-
Is it
the-
like big, or is it like the size of a water bottle? Is it like the size of that cardboard box? Like,
No, they're big. If you're talking about the atomic bomb, it was big. They
Because, like, in my brain, I'm
probably
like,
half size this room, maybe somewhere around there
how do they transport that?
on the plane. The Enola Gay.
Oh, and they just
first,
like, drop
why
it?
was I thinking it was like the size of this table?
I know,
Now,
I
we
was
do have
too.
you have some bombs that are small as small as this table, but they're
Well, I'm not. I was thinking like the atomic bomb that, like, you know,
Something
like
you put
you know
in
what
like a
you look
backpack
up
and you
bombs
run.
and it's like the one that like looks like a jellyfish.
yeah, mushroom cloud. They
Yeah.
call it mushroom cloud.
Oh yeah. See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, oh, like it's probably like the size of this table, half of this room.
I know.
Big
that's
hammer knocker, man.
That's
Holy crap.
insane. Well, now I can see that taking out like, but like, okay, how do you? Is it like it's like a button you push?
To release it,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it just hits the ground.
right, and it
booms.
detonates when it hits the ground. Some kind of pressure plate, I imagine. I'm not a bomb guy, but I imagine it's some kind of pressure plate of
We
some
got our
sort.
bomb enthusiast
triggers,
right here.
The triggers.
You're the
the
bomb,
fuse.
Papa Ham.
I'm the bomb. Woo.
Oh god.
But it's yeah. So it's and a lot of people did not, and then the after effects of that as well. So the radiation and all that stuff
Mhm.
lingers in the air, and if the wind blows it X amount of, let's say the bomb drops 50 miles from you, 100 miles from you, well, the wind blows all that radiation. You still might get affected by it because the wind is now carrying that radiation.
True.
So,
Because I mean, you got to think if wind's moving 20 miles per hour.
well, look at just like a forest fire, right? You see the
Mhm.
smoke.
Yeah.
It's the
I
same
mean,
way.
smoke gets everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking. So the other day, actually, are we gonna get canceled for talking about you being a drill sergeant?
No. We can talk about that.
I just making sure we're not gonna get like canceled. People are gonna be like, "You suck as a person." Like,
No.
not that you would be affected. Not that you would care about that or anything. No, but the other day,
Did you get some water?
Z
out?
just poured more water in her face than she did in her mouth.
I guess I was thirsty.
Me, Z, and Papa Ham were talking about how
On the way to the estate sale.
Yeah, on the way to buy the boat motor. Yeah.
Papa Ham used to be a drill sergeant.
I used to be a drill sergeant.
Can you
Which
see
is
that?
something that like
Cause I
we
sure
could
can't
never
envision
imagine,
it.
like this guy having to like literally yell at people.
Like if
as
you
a
hear
job.
if you hear his,
Drill sergeant voice.
then you could like tell, but like it's so different.
It's so he's not like drop and give me 20 like.
Although I do remember one time, I think Z was wearing Dub's shirt.
No, yeah, something like that. She was being mean to me for some reason.
I think she had your shirt on.
Yeah, probably.
No, you had her shirt on. Because I remember I yelled at her.
Yeah, I got yelled at. Yelled at.
It's very rare occasion Papa Ham yells.
Yeah,
I think
it
Papa
is.
Ham's maybe
Papa
yelled
Ham's
at us
like twice.
twice
maybe.
our entire lives.
Twice? I was only thinking once. That's the only time I can remember.
Well, and whenever she ran down the driveway.
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I didn't even get yelled at then.
Yeah.
I
No,
think-
yeah.
Because-
I remember. Yeah. I yelled at you in the front yard.
It's when Papa Ham yells, I'm like, oh my god.
He's like, you just like
Papa Ham's never
even-
yelled at me.
You can't even like. I don't even know. Like there's nothing you can do besides just sit there and go.
No. I don't
Like
like
if Papa Ham was my drill sergeant, and then is that like allowed? Like, can you be my drill sergeant?
it. No, probably not.
Because I know how like most places like that, like family can't.
Yeah. Like if you joined the military, I would probably not be allowed. You would not be assigned to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was, I don't know what I'd do.
Probably would giggle.
I'd make you. I'd make you the. What do we call them? The dorm. Oh, what do we call them? We had squad leaders, and then I can't remember what the ranking dude in the. We had the squad leaders. Daggum. Man, that was 20 years ago. No, was it 30?
Long time ago?
95.
It's 25.
95? Well, if it was 95, then that was
30 years ago.
10 years after my mom. So yeah, 30 years ago.
Wow. What do they call it? We had element leaders and whatever. So you had 4 element leaders and then a person over those 4. And I can't remember what that, but that's who I'd make you. I'd make you the highest ranking person in there.
Why you lie?
Why
Why you
What
lie
would
to
I,
her?
what did I get to do?
I don't know how they do it now. But, so fun fact. Some of you that watch our channel know of another channel called Stony Ridge Farm. I was his drill sergeant. He's a YouTuber.
Really?
Were you really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did he?
I need to.
Did you yell at him?
We need to
Sure.
interview him and get him to.
Get him to tell us about his
Josh.
horror stories about
Yeah.
yelling at him.
Yeah.
Papa Ian was very like he told us the other day some of the stuff he used to tell people.
Well, I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, we're not gonna say that on here, but stuff is very funny that Papa Ian says.
Yeah. It was not funny to the person I was telling at the time.
How is it like one drill sergeant over like
50.
1 to 50?
One over 50?
We had 40 to
Well,
50.
so I guess you
I was-
have to be like.
I was thinking it was gonna be like 1 to like 15 or something.
Yeah, I know. I'm
50.
saying like one.
Our
20.
biggest flights were 50. We averaged 50.
Seriously, so
yeah.
you had to yell at
How
50
many people are in the military?
Well, the Air Force
Like-
is a couple 100,000, maybe a million.
Like, see,
I don't
that's
think they're
like
quite.
crazy.
I don't think they're quite. The Army probably has over 1 million. The Air Force probably has over 500,000.
Yeah,
or something.
at graduation the other night, they like do like this thing for like people that are going into the military.
Like
Like at
for
our
the
school.
graduating class, like if
Like
you're going
who's-
into like your branch of military
there
or
was,
whatever,
like,
they
a-
stand up.
And I mean, our graduating class is like 100 people.
Yeah, we have barely 200 people in our graduating class, maybe not even 200,
Yeah,
and so
there was like
quite
a
a bit.
full of people, and I was like, oh, I ain't gonna be standing up.
No,
I don't think I'm cut out for the military.
I'm not.
I don't think I'm cut out for the.
you're not even cut out for YouTube.
Yeah, I. Mm-mm.
No, you're not.
I'm
cut
just
out.
excited.
Because we were
We're
talking
about to grill and hang out by the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think we're gonna go try to shoot one more quick video about. I don't know. I was thinking about blowing something up. I don't know. I like those videos. I like doing those videos.
I do too.
Also,
We need to see actually. Okay, so Tannerite blows up. What does it have to be?
2,000 feet.
2,000 feet per second
Yeah.
or whatever. Well, the Yamalama shoots out. It was like
no,
There's,
it was the
there's a hollow point ammo.
Oh, we're out.
But
Well,
that-
yours.
Yeah.
We
We had to figure out the hollow point ammo that we.
the
it
whole
says
point. It basically it shoots.
it's like
at-
2,047 feet per second or something like
Yeah.
that. But we don't know. We gotta look at it.
Because
or
obviously
whatever,
we
'cause-
can't shoot Tannerite or anything 4 feet away from us.
Right.
So
Unless we hide behind something.
I was about to say.
We might be able to hide behind a tree or something and then shoot it.
We could like set
You
up.
think
Like,
Gigi will let us do that?
Why don't we
we
just
could-
like blow up that microwave on the counter or something?
Yeah, let's put microwave in it. Although I just saw a video pop up on my feed the other day that a guy lost his leg. He shot a lawnmower full of tannerite, and the blades come out and chopped his leg off.
oh,
Yeah, I just saw it pop
well,
up.
I
Actually-
don't think we're gonna be blowing up any lawnmowers anytime soon.
We could blow up a microwave though. Yeah, we gotta.
Why do you have so many microwaves?
I don't know why. There's 3 over there. Why do we have 3 microwaves?
There's literally 3 and a coffee pot.
Yeah.
There we go.
Literally just 3 microwave. Gigi just goes to a sale, so just buy
I
microwaves.
guess.
Right?
I guess. I don't know what she does.
If anybody needs a microwave, hit us up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe that's what we'll do. We'll set the we'll go to tannerite and see how much it takes to blow up a
microwave.
how much tannerite does it take to blow up a microwave? That'd be a cool video.
Probably not much.
You don't think so? I don't think so neither. That's thin
How would
metal.
we? I feel like how would we do it?
I don't know.
Because we'd have to like leave the door open.
I would think so too.
We need to get mortars, Puppy, and we need to go and get mortars. That would be a cool video.
Oh, you're talking about fireworks. I thought you meant
not
like-
bombs.
No, I don't mean. I mean like our type of mortars.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
wonder-
wonder if you could. I wonder if you could put tannerite on a clay pigeon, and shoot it with a high. But you'd have to
I
be a
really
very
thought you were
good
talking
aim.
about a bird.
No, you'd have to be a really good aim to do that.
Really good.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That'd be fun though. They make this thing called like Firebird or something like that, where you tape it to a clay, and it's designed. It's like tannerite, but you stick it to the bottom of a clay pigeon, shoot the pigeon with a shotgun, just a regular shotgun, and it explodes. So we need to get some of those. Phoenix Pyro.
We'll have to do some research.
Yeah, some guy made a comment in one of our videos about, oh, you need to try these out. So I went and Googled it.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, that's killer, man. So I might
Yeah,
buy
but
some.
I think that is a good idea. Because, I mean, I don't know what time it is. What time is it?
It's time to get ill. I don't know what time.
It's time for me to eat something.
It is.
It's 11:17. It
Yeah.
is lunchtime.
So it is lunchtime. So we might go eat something and then
Yeah.
come back and blow stuff up.
Then, but there's another thing called Dragon's Breath, and it's shotgun shells that,
I know.
you know what they are?
Mhm.
You better not be knowing what they are. They're illegal in Florida. So don't.
I know what they are. I didn't say I own them, but I do know what they are.
What
Yes.
are they?
They're.
You know exactly what they're. Actually, I don't. I have,
We'll tell you off camera.
Yeah. no, I do not own them. I'm not doing any illegal activities. Let me
Yeah.
just specify.
But you know, we're 20 minutes from where they're not illegal. So
Yeah,
we could go
But like
shoot them
literally,
in
it's
the
a
field.
shotgun shell, and you shoot it, and it explodes. Like it's like literally a shotgun shell, basically full of tannerite.
Yeah, it's
I've
pretty
never
awesome.
heard of that before.
I don't know how.
It's
It
called-
like kicks super bad too. Like whenever you shoot
Oh,
it,
does
it's
it?
like.
Yeah.
How
So
do you-
you hear?
So I hear. Yes. So I hear.
Yeah, good thing you were not in Florida when you were doing that.
I've never done it
Mm.
personally.
Yeah, which is weird why Florida would outlaw those.
Of all
Yeah,
places.
really. Of all
That's
places.
because Alabama. That's literally why would it not be banned in Alabama? Come on now.
Yeah.
No
Which
offense
is
to any
really not bad. I
Alabamians.
mean, like, quite literally, we live 20 minutes away
Yeah,
from
yeah,
where it's.
yeah.
We could walk to Alabama from here.
You could literally walk from Alabama. Yeah. I've called turkeys down from Alabama before. Is it?
What does that mean?
Because I can call some turkeys in. Come on.
Oh.
Y'all will know.
I feel
that.
like I lose brain cells whenever.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
know.
like I lose brain cells.
From some of the
We
things
need to
probably
do, like,
I'm
our next podcast, we need to, like, do something. You know what I'm saying?
I actually thought about doing this one outside, but it's just so daggone hot.
It's so
It
hot
is
right now.
so hot.
Yeah. Okay. But the next podcast will be with Yacht Yacht.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that podcast, and it'll be the one that we put out there.
You know
So
what we
after
could
this
do?
one.
You know, like the gosh, I can't think of it. It's like this hand, and you fill whipped cream with it, and you like have a challenge, and you like hit it, and whoever like does it or whatever, or like you like do something, and like the whipped cream like will go in their face.
Or,
We should do that on a podcast.
you know what we need to do? We need to tie a rope to like arrows and shoot arrows with ropes on them, and either the rope is attached to your chair or not. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have you seen those type challenges?
Yeah.
Where like, or they'll tie it to the car and they'll take off, and like the rope will either be
Like you're getting snatched.
or not, right? So like, I'm gonna pick this rope.
Papa Ham creates Papa Ham's brain. Papa Ham's brain creates some questionable.
We need to get like a
ideas.
dunk tank or something.
Yeah, dunk tank and try to shoot it with a crossbow.
Mm.
Oh, that'd be cool. Wouldn't it?
That would be really
Crossbow's a
cool.
little easy. I feel like it's really hard to miss with a crossbow.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's.
We could use that the Yama.
But you got to be in the dunk tank.
Yeah, you at least with a crossbow, you probably you might not kill the person inside the dunk tank if you miss.
Yeah.
Well, oh my gosh, I forgot you have to sit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a really
Well,
bad
a dunk
idea.
tank. Well, a dunk tank has a cage. It has a cage.
Yeah, it has a
around
cage. Yeah, that's a good idea. I wonder if we can rent a dunk tank and do shoot it with
I think
like.
they'd let us shoot at their dunk tank.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like he just like thinks. Of
We'll put
things.
some ideas.
With a potato
together.
cannon, I bet you could do it with a potato cannon.
Okay, that is a good idea.
Yeah.
Now. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
All right. Okay.
we're gonna do that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna look on. I'm gonna research how to rent.
Try to get a dunk tank, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna shoot it with a potato cannon.
I mean, a potato's not gonna do anything besides. I mean, heck, if you're a pitcher, some
Yeah.
people throw baseballs 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, sledgehammer knocker.
So I'm saying, like, a potato hitting it will be all right. And potato, I mean, you're behind a cage.
When I used to pitch in high school, my fastball was 92 miles an hour. So.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mine was 93.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I throw my arm out. I try to throw 92 miles an hour.
We talked about that the other day, actually,
Yeah,
about you playing baseball. I think.
You only did it for what, 2 years?
2 years. Yeah, I played second base for 2 years. My best second baseman I ever had. Mini records, broke mini records. You know.
Did
Oh,
you?
really?
Yeah, so I'll tell you a funny story. I was at a baseball game in Kansas City Royals, and around y'all ever been to a professional baseball game,
No.
like the Braves or something?
We
Well,
were
around
going to go, but then someone ended up coming up. Remember?
around the ballpark they have like shops and games and
Mhm.
restaurants and things like that around the ballpark.
Yeah.
So we were going out there, and they was like, see how fast you could throw a baseball, right? You got 3 pitches or whatever. And of course, when you're with a bunch of other guys, you have to, who's the biggest and baddest, right?
Right.
That's what guys do. I slung that baseball. It was 68 miles an hour, I think it was. This is God's honest truth. My buddy throwed 67. I threw a 68, right? So the 2 dudes, I was with 2 other guys. They both threw a 67. I threw a 68, so I won. So the smack talk was the next 24 hours was about how bad I was, how awesome I was.
Yeah, basically, you're the
how I
coolest
could
cat
sling a
ever.
baseball, yeah. But dude, I'm telling you what, I had to take 16 Motrin, dude. My arm hurt for 3 days. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh man, falling apart.
You can't tell them that you're
No,
on
heck no, man. I was good shape.
They're like, hey, where'd that bottle of Motrin go? I just bought it earlier, and it's
Yeah,
like,
well, I don't know. I must have misplaced it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, yeah, hey, listen, you guys go check out HamiltonvilleFarm.com, buy you some shirts, cups, hats, buy it all.
Yeah.
We've only got a couple of knives left. I want to say
Yeah.
a dozen. I think we got a dozen knives left. And then
make sure you subscribe to Hanging with HF right here,
mhm.
and go and subscribe to HF Outdoors because we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Also, go show TikTok and Instagram some love.
Yep, do
Same
all that.
exact thing, HF Outdoors. I think TikTok is HF_Outdoors.
You'll see it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so we appreciate you guys watching, and check out the next videos that are coming up. Stay tuned for that Yacht and It's a Wildlife podcast. Those are going to be very,
Yep,
very
they'll be-
interesting.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Bye.